What's good, everybody? Bass Drop Keys, your friendly neighborhood Negro, and in today's video I'm going to show you guys how to make a delicious chocolate cheesecake pie. Let's go ahead and get into it. Let's do it! What's good, everybody? Good to see you again. Welcome back to my magical butter kitchen. In today's video, guys, we got a great one for you today. I'm going to be showing you how to make a chocolate cheesecake pie. Now, before we get into that, as you guys can tell, I have on my brand new Goodies 420 apron. First of all, I want to thank everybody who's already made their purchase and got theirs. If you haven't got yours already, make sure you head over to shop.goodies420.com and get you one. 30 bucks is what it costs to get you one of these. It's not screen printed. This is embroidered stitch on here, and as you can see, it looks great. So if you want a Goodies 420 apron or any of the other merch, we got hats, t-shirts, and we got hoodies coming up very shortly. Make sure that you come over shop.goodies420.com. Alright guys, so now that we got that out of the way, let's go ahead and get into this video. I'm going to show you how to make a chocolate cheesecake pie. Let's go ahead and get into it right now. Here we go. Alright guys, so first things first. The first thing that we got to do is we got to prepare our graham cracker pie crust right here. Now if you want to make your own, you can definitely make your own with some graham crackers, a little butter. You can even use some can of butter. Put it together and make you a fantastic crust. But if you just want to go to the store and get you one of these that's already pre-made, you can definitely do that. I have one of these already, so we're going to go ahead and use this. Let me open it up here, and then I'm going to show you how we're going to prepare this. Give me 1 second. Alright guys, so as you can see, I've opened up our pie crust. Now what I want to do is, because like I was just telling you, normally whenever you make this, you can just take some graham cracker crust, take some can of butter, put it in there, mix it together, and form it into a crust. Since this is already pre-made and it doesn't have any medication in it, I want to go ahead and infuse this pie crust. So what I'm going to do is, I have my trusty Misto that I show you guys how to use in the snack food video. This is great right here. I actually have some can of butter inside of this. As you guys know, this doesn't work with any propellant. It's a pump. So we actually have to pump this in order for it to work. If you want to get one of these, I will leave the link down in the description. I got this from Amazon for like 10 bucks or something like that. I'll leave it in the description box if you want to get one yourself. But I'm going to go ahead and just pump it a couple times here. I put 2 tablespoons of can of butter in here. Alright, so that's good enough. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this can of butter and I'm just going to spray this pie crust with it. Let's do it. Oh yeah. Alright guys, so we have that taken care of now. If you wanted to, you could have just took a brush and just brushed it on there, but I had my Misto, so we went ahead and used that. So that's looking fantastic now. So now we can go ahead and set this to the side for right now, and we'll get back to this in just a second. Alright, so next what we want to do is we want to go ahead and get this chocolate going. As you can see here, I have my double boiler sitting right here on my hot plate. What we want to do is we want to take a cup and a half of milk chocolate chips right here, and we want to start go ahead and melting these down. So let's go ahead and take a cup and a half of our chocolate chips, put them in our double boiler, and let's get these to start melting. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and do that right now. Let's do it. All right, here's a cup here. Let's see if we can get a cup out here. There's a cup. I'm gonna go ahead and do half. Alright, so we got a cup and a half of milk chocolate chips inside of a double boiler. I'm going to go ahead and turn this on, get this start going. And so you already know the process with that. We're just going to go ahead and just let this heat up. It's indirect heat on the chocolate, and it's going to start melting it here in just a second. So now what we're going to do is we're going to start working on our filling. So let's start doing that. I'm going to move this chocolate out of the way. We don't need this right now. We're going to use some more of these chocolate chips in just a second, but let me get this out of the way. Alright, so let's go ahead and start making our filling. What you want to do is you want to take some cream cheese right here. This is 8 ounces of cream cheese. Voila! Alright, so we have our 8 ounces of cream cheese in there. Now I have a 1/4 cup or 4 tablespoons of our can of butter right here softened. We're going to go ahead and put this in. The next thing I want to put in here is 1/3 cup of white granulated sugar. Super easy. And the last thing that we're going to put in this before we start beating it with the hand mixer is 1.5 teaspoons of vanilla extract. Let's do it. Alright guys, so I don't know if you can hear it, but we're starting to have some action inside of our double boiler here. I'm just going to let that go and let that, melt the chocolate down. We're going to go ahead and whip this up and cream this up right here. I have my hand mixer. Let's do it. What I like to do is I like to pulse it to make sure everything's broke up great and starts creaming together, and then we'll cut it on full blast. Alright guys, so we got this cream together pretty good. Now what I'm going to do is we're going to go ahead and finish melting this chocolate. Make sure it's melted all the way. Let it cool, and then we're going to pour it in here and mix it in with the rest of this mixture here. So we're going to let this sit here for just a second. I'm going to come over and make sure that this chocolate gets melted. And then once we do that, we can go to the next step. So give me a couple minutes here. It's already going great. And we're going to melt the rest of this chocolate. Alright guys, so I have this melted down all the way now. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and turn this off and let this cool down some. There we go. We're going to let that cool down just a little bit. And then what I'm going to do is we're going to take the chocolate. We're going to put it inside of our mix here, which is really thick. And we're going to beat this together. After we have that combined well, we're going to take our whipped topping here and we're going to fold this in. Then we're going to take the entire contents and put it in our pie crust. So that it's pretty simple to do. Let me just let this cool down just a little bit and then we'll go to the next step. Alright guys, and real quickly while that's cooling down, I think this is a great time to go ahead and let you know this video is being sponsored by magicalbutter.com. As you guys know, they're my great sponsors, not just only for this video, but on my entire channel. You can use base drop keys to get 20% off your order with magicalbutter.com. I really appreciate them for supporting me. Make sure you head over, check out everything they have to offer. Most importantly, make sure you use base drop keys to get 20% off your order. Alright guys, so give me a second, like I said, let that cool down just a little bit more and then we'll go to the next step. Alright guys, so let's go ahead and put our chocolate inside of our mix right here. Let's do it. This is a melting pot double boiler. I got this from Amazon. If anybody's interested in getting one of these, I can definitely put it in the description box for you as well. It works great. We use this in the gummy video. Now we're using it in this video. It's awesome. Alright guys, so we have our chocolate inside our mix now. Let's go ahead and beat this together. I need my spatula to knock everything off the sides. Alright guys, so that's what it looks like now. Alright, so the last thing that we need to do for this is we're going to take 8 ounces of this whipped topping here, which is the full container. And we're going to fold this into the mix with a spatula. Got my trusty spatula. We're going to put the whole contents in here. Let's do it. Let's put the whole thing in there. Alright, and let's just fold this in. Alright, so now that we have that mixed together well, folded in great, we're going to grab our pie crust, which is right here. And now by the time you've done everything that we just did right here, the can of butter that we sprayed on here is already dried on here, no problem. So now we just gotta, it's pretty simple. You know what's gonna happen next. We gotta put this in here and make sure that it's even. Let's do it. Alright, so we got everything. You know me, I don't like to waste. Alright guys, so once you have that completed and you have it smoothed over the way that you want it to, at this point right here you could do a couple things. You could melt some more chocolate and pour it over there if you wanted to, or you could just take some chocolate chips and decorate it just like this. So you could do a pattern if you want to, or you can just be real sporadic about it and just decorate it. Be creative. Alright guys, and so while I'm decorating this, let's go ahead and do today's subscriber spotlight. Right now on the screen, what you're seeing is you're seeing all of my Patreon patrons and everybody that supports me right here on the YouTube membership program. If you want to see your name right here on the screen just like everybody else, make sure that you come join the membership program or come support me on Patreon. I want to say everybody that support me, thank you guys so much. It makes it so much easier doing all these videos for you guys, and as you can see, I'm cranking out videos almost every day, sometimes 2 videos in a day. Why am I able to do that? Because I have people, you guys, who is supporting me, and I want to say thank you very much for doing that. So let me go ahead and finish decorating this pie, and then we'll go ahead and end this up. Alright guys, so that's it. That's how you make a delicious infused chocolate cheesecake pie. I hope that this video helped you out. I really appreciate all the love and all the support from everybody. Thank you very much. If you enjoyed the video, please give me the thumbs up. It really does help with the algorithm here on YouTube. Also, once again, if you're interested in getting one of my great aprons or any of the Good Eats 420 merch, and we got hoodies and more hats and shirts coming today and tomorrow, all the time. Make sure you come over, shop.goodeats420.com. One more time, shop.goodeats420.com. I really appreciate you guys. Until I see you guys the next time, peace and good eats. I'm out, guys. Much love.